I can toggle it. This is To Be or Not To Be. A choose your own adventure game. You know, like those old Goosebumps ones where you go like, okay, we're gonna go on the next page. Oh, and go back. You know, the whole Family Guy skit. However, I do not know anything about this. I think from what I saw in the description, it's your Hamlet. You have a girl with you and Hamlet Senior. And what you're trying to do is play it out. So I know it's got good reviews. So yeah. Continue the story. What is the story?
William Shakespeare, 1564 AD to whenever he died, was well known for borrowing from existing literature when writing his plays. Romeo and Juliet is pretty much lifted entirely from Arthur Brooks' poem, The Tragical History of Romulus and Juliet. Dude didn't even change the names. And as recent Shakespeare scholarship has established, the famed play William Shakespeare Presents Hamlet was lifted wholesale from the volume you are about to enjoy. To Be or Not To Be.
I don't even know if that's true.
Is both the earliest recorded example of the books as game genre, as well as the first instance ever in the then newish English language that was kicking around of an adventure being chosen by you, the reader. We've gone ahead and added illustrations, plus we've taken the liberty of marking with tiny York skulls the choices Shakespeare himself made when he plagiarized his book back in olden times. They're there in case you wish to put yourself in Shakespeare's shoes, reading this book as he did, stealing plot elements wholesale, and classing up the language as he/you went/go. However, that is not the only way to read this book. Feel free to explore your other options, as each time you read this book, you can go on a different adventure, assuming you don't read the book like 3 quadrillion times, at which point the adventures will start to repeat, and they'll probably seem pretty familiar long before then anyway. Now,
so
take yourself back.
There's multiple choices that will affect the future, I guess.
Steel yourself to experience the magic of Shakespeare as it was meant to be experienced, in a non-deterministic narrative structure where you end up thinking maybe you made a wrong decision, so you mark the pages you were just on, so you can always go back and make a different choice if you die for some dumb reason. To be or not to be, that is the adventure. Choose your character. Man, what if I just read the acknowledgements instead?
Hello, and we're, after much narration, we're back, and now I'm choosing the character. Yeah, I'm just kind of going off of what this is. Read the acknowledgements. Tell me, you can't tell me what to do, smart guy. I'm just gonna keep reading. I'm going to choose my character. Just get a good feel for this.
You've just been born. Congratulations, good work on that thing. Now, surprise! Babies are boring, so we're gonna jump ahead in time to a point where you're an adult and you've already lived a bunch of your life.
But what about my teen years?
What we're skipping over was really dull. You ate a lot and slept a lot and made some friends, tears were shed, makeouts were totally had, etc. It was a bunch
that's
of high
not
school
boring.
Stuff. The awesome stuff starts now.
Like sex.
So, let's begin, my friend. Remind me again who you are. Are you Ophelia? She's an awesome lady in her late 20s with a calm, competent, and resourceful demeanor. She's got a +1 bonus to science, but she's also got a -1 weakness against water, so heads up.
Oh,
Hamlet?
Ophelia.
He's an emo teen in his early 30s. Also, he's the Prince of Denmark. Hamlet has a +1 resistance to magic, but there's no magic in this adventure, so this never gets mentioned again as of right now.
What?
Hamlet Senior?
There's a little delay on this
He's super good at fighting
narration.
and leading men into battle and naps. Let's say +1 to each? Look, bottom line, he's an unstoppable machine of death, and should you choose to be him, you may experience kingly glory. Play as Ophelia. Play as Hamlet. Play as Hamlet Senior.
Well, as much as I will give the credit to this. I want to be king. I want to be king. Match. I'm a hat guy. I don't see Hamlet as a hat guy. Kings wear crowns. That's a hat. That's me. I am king. That's how I go. If this narration is off more, it's gonna bug me a little bit, and I might just turn it off. So if that happens, you'll know, obviously, because then I'll be reading out loud.
You are King Hamlet. All of Denmark is under your command. Everything's going so great for you.
Yay.
At present, you are in Norway, where just this afternoon, you led Denmark's forces to an astounding victory during which you personally killed the Norwegian king.
Personally.
Stabbed him right through the head, you did. His eye popped out and rolled on the ground, and then you stepped on it. Whoa, your ass is bad. You are a badass. You decide after a day of being good at fighting, you should have a
I
nap.
wake up from my
You've earned
dream.
it. You settle down in an orchard for some nappy times. During your delightful rest, your brother pours some poison in your ear, and you die. Surprise! You didn't know poisons work that way. Wow. You've barely made one choice so far, and you're dead already. Way to go, champ. You're really good at books, huh? It's just a stellar job you're doing here, Chuckles. The end. Okay, fine. I feel sorry for you. Here's a choice that you can choose. Become a ghost. Do not become
I was gonna say,
ghost.
did I just start this and just die? Yeah. Did not expect that. It should also be worth noting, I do not know the story of Hamlet. I have not read it. I just know it is a Shakespearean play. Fuck it. I'll be a ghost.
Good news. The afterlife exists, and it's full of ghosts. You know this because you're now one of them. You get to spend all your time slamming doors, rattling chains, and telling on the person who killed you. But here's the thing. I, the author, told you, the reader, that your brother poured poison in your ear while you napped. But you, as Hamlet Sr., have no idea how you died. You slept through the whole thing, so you need to figure out who killed you if you're going to revenge yourself on your murderer, assuming you even were murdered. Because remember that, for all you know, you could have died of a heart attack. This is an example of dramatic irony. Only since we're in the second person, it's an amazing example of an entirely new species of dramatic irony. Something I'm going to call second-person pronoun paradoxical autodramatic irony. You are now aware of information that you're not aware of. This should be fun. Except that you died of a heart attack. Listen in on people's conversations and see if any of them talk about how they totally killed you.
Except that I died of a heart attack. Listen in on people's conversations and see if any of them talk about how they totally killed you. Well, in my personal belief, if I am a ghost, I have unfinished business, whether it be me or someone conquered my soul in a way. I mean, what is it? Ghost. Yeah, you know what I mean. You hang around Norway for a bit. Try to listen in on what people are saying. They're all speaking Norwegian. Yeah, it's kind of horrible. Holy fuck. Back. Okay. They're all speaking Norwegian. Okay. The down button goes down. A just skips. Oh boy. You only speak Danish, so understanding Norwegian is a little difficult. It sounds a little Swedish to you. Which actually makes a lot of sense, since Danish, Norwegian, and Swedish are all related North Germanic languages. Descended from early linguistic differentiation between regular Germanic speakers and North Germanic speakers around 200 AD. You nod your head, agreeing that all of this is both accurate and extremely interesting. While these three languages are generally supposed to be mutually intelligible, you find you can understand Norwegian speakers only if you're concentrating. Which you are. And they're speaking slowly and clearly. Which they're not. Everyone is running around upset about the war and all these kings getting killed. I might have had a hand in that. Ironically, Norwegian speakers can understand Danish easier than Danish speakers understand Norwegian. But that doesn't help me much. And I'm a ghost. That would be only useful if you're playing as the Norwegian king whose ghost had stowed away on your army's boat, head back to Denmark. Did I have that option? I don't think I did. But I haven't given you that option, even though it would have been extremely awesome. I don't know, it seems like a coward's way out. If you're wondering what happens to this vengeful Ghost King, I can tell you only this. The answer exists in your imagination. Or my third person. Me. But here's the good news. It turns out written Danish and written Norwegian are actually pretty similar. So you spend the next several nights haunting people, quietly reading their diaries while they sleep peacefully in their beds. I'm a naughty ghost. And you don't know this, but ghosts do this all the time. They read your secrets. They know what you do at night. They've seen you in the shower. You should be ashamed of yourself. Ghosts just love sneaking a peek of secrets of the living. That's all they got. I mean, it takes a while, but you finally find the diary of someone who wrote the day you had died, and she was wandering by a garden, minding her own business, when she saw some Danish guy pour something in some other Danish guy's ear. Wait, I was in a garden, I was sleeping during the day? How tired was I? It was it was a nappy nap. But that tired? Hey, that sounds like what could have happened to me, but I remember, I don't know what that's exactly happened because of the irony we invented. Wake up this person and ask her about it. Wake this person and hold a piece of paper where you've written down a question asking her about it. Ooh. Decision. Do I want to spook and be like, ooh, and they run away, or paper? Oh, wait. They did say that they understand me more than I understand them. But then again, I can read better. That's a conundrum. Let's wake her up. Let's talk. You bang some pots and pans together until she wakes up. Hey, I'm a ghost, but not of anyone you know. Listen, tell me more about this garden murder you saw, you say. In response, the woman looks at you terrified. She says something in Norwegian and you suddenly feel dumb. I overthought it in a different direction. Anyway, by the time you find a piece of paper and write down, hey, I don't want to kill you, it's too late. The woman has ran out of the room. Guess I'm stalking. And every time she sees you, she gets mad and throws something at you and leaves. Kind of blew it here, King Hamlet. You keep reading her diary every night for a few months, hoping she'll mention more about the things she saw. But it's mostly filled with some really personal stuff about her feelings, and you kind of feel honestly creepy about the whole situation. What are you going to do? Raid her panties next? The stuff that isn't personal about how she wanders if ghosts read diaries. I had a dyslexic moment. The stuff that isn't personal is about how she wonders if ghosts read diaries, and if they do, if they know what totally awful people they're being. Long story short, eventually leave her alone, never find out who murdered me, and settle down a nice, pleasant afterlife with other ghosts in Ghost Norway. You guys do charades with each other, and everything is pretty fun. The end. Alright, well, I guess a short story. I was expecting this to be multiple parts. So that's what I think this will be. If this is not the actual end, I made a bad choice. So we're gonna start over in the next part, I guess, and make better decisions and not be dumb. Yeah, big one. Try not to be dumb. So, see you in the next one, I guess. Take her easy.